It's here. It's finally here. We're talking Six Nations properly. It is going to be first game today when this goes out, and it'll be France versus Wales being played in France. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited. It's finally here. And yeah, so I just thought I'd go over the teams and my predictions for who's going to win this game. Probably pretty easy to think about who I'm going to say, but anyway, thought we'd have a quick look. So it's being played in France, and it is been since 2019 since Wales have won. They won twice in 2019. They've been in the Six Nations and also in the World Cup. So decent year in 2019, but since then I believe it's been very much France's way. They've won the last 5 games. The last 5 times they've gone up against each other, they've won. And this isn't exactly a very vintage Wales team, and they're going up against quite a vintage French team. So I wouldn't be putting any money on Wales. I'd be definitely leaning very heavily towards France in France for this win. But the Welsh can kind of come out of nowhere, and they could win. But yeah, let's talk about the French boys first. Strong team. It's pretty simple. You've got Ntamak and Penaud back together, which is always going to be an incredible lineup. They're both playing for Toulouse at the moment, and Toulouse are one of the strongest teams in Europe, if not the strongest. I reckon it's between Toulouse, Leinster, maybe La Rochelle, probably not. But yeah, I'd say they're definitely up there, top 3 anyway. And yeah, they're kind of lighting up, so I can understand keeping that pairing together. With Ntamak going on instead of maybe Jalibert or Thomas, who was playing for them before Ntamak just came back from injury. So yeah, but when you've got Dupont playing, you may as well have his teammate beside him because they complement each other very well. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very good time. It feels right that Dupont is back in the lineup. And other notes on the team I have, so as I said, Dupont, Ntamak, pretty strong core. They are, however, missing Fiku, who is their defensive leader. So hopefully their defence will cope just fine. I'm sure it will, especially this weekend against Wales. But Wales could look to target that 13 channel, just, focus down on the area where Wales or France were usually at their strongest and go after them there. And then they're also missing Penaud, who I thought, and my mate Richard, if you haven't seen that video already, we both thought Penaud had a chance to beat 2 Six Nations records this year. I thought he might have gotten 5 tries in this game alone, which would break the record. To tie the record, you get 5. To break, you need 6, and then 8 tries in a tournament. So I think missing this game kind of hampers his chances of breaking either of those records this year. But we never know. He could still have a storm the rest of the competition. He needs to score. If he can zoom this in this game, he'll score 2 tries a game moving forward. So tough to do, especially as in my opinion, the games only get harder from here from Wales. And yeah, they're also missing Flamand in the second row, who's a great operator on the team, always working hard, getting the hits in, decent on the line out. So I'd say they'd be missing him now, but again, I don't think they're particularly down on power when it comes to this game anyway. They're playing Wales. They're good size. They brought back a bit of experience, but yeah. So yeah, looking at the French team, they're looking very strong, essentially. 6-2 split on the bench, which leads me to believe that they're going to just try dominate Wales up front, give Antoine Dupont and Ntamak the best platform possible, the best speed of ball possible to just completely go after this Welsh team. So yeah, with the strong platform up front, they should, in my opinion, very easily win this game, especially since it is in France. Moving on to the Welsh team. It is more experience than we've seen in the last year anyway. It's a little bit older, a little bit more experience in different areas, maybe different approach by Gatland to actually bring up the young people with some more experienced people rather than his last year's attempt of just throwing them all to the fire and or into the sea, or whatever expression you want to use, seeing who swims and who survives, essentially. So yeah, they've brought back Adams and Williams, so definitely some experience there. Very experienced centre partnership with Tompkins and Watkins on it, so they should be pretty strong defensively there. They, again, as I said, they could maybe try target down the French 13 channel. Could be an option, could be where they're looking at it, but I would say more they've gone for a 5-3 split on the bench. So I'd say they want to move this ball a lot, which I don't think the French will mind, so I don't think it's the greatest tactic. Now, maybe they're going to go for something completely different. Maybe I'm very wrong in what I think they might be doing, but it seems to me like they want to tire out the French and move it around then maybe the last 20 minutes. Bring on a few extra fresh legs in the back line again, targeting the French defensive system. That's missing Fiku, who's their defensive leader. Now, again, they have Dupont. He'll organise the defence absolutely fine. They've entered back the Ramos in the back, so back in his natural position at 15. So I don't see Wales, no matter what tactic they come out with, winning this game. Well, maybe not unfortunately. It's unfortunate that I don't think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be pretty dominant, pretty one-sided. Interesting start to the Six Nations anyway, just to think it's going to be a bit of annihilation. I'm going to call this one France in France against a not particularly well-performing Welsh team, but a more experienced Welsh team. So I'm maybe going to go France by 24 points. I'm going to go Wales score 14 and France score 38. Yeah, I think they're missing Pinot. I think the Welsh will get in for a try or two just through the fact Fiku's missing and maybe a bit of experience on whoever took over Pinot's wing. Pinot's wing was taken over by Astiorgre, who has won the Under-20s World Cup in 2023. He has 2 caps and 1 try already. See, I did some research. But yeah, so inexperienced there still, but they could be maybe looking to target that 13, 14 alignment, maybe flood it with their more experienced centres, get on the end of maybe some loose ball. I think they'll get 2 tries that way, but I think France with Dupont, Ntamack, Ramos, Louis Bielbiere, who has plenty of wheels on him anyway, will score a lot more tries than that. I reckon they'll get 5 or 6, maybe kick a few kicks. Probably won't bother going for the post too often, I wouldn't say. I reckon they'll be in France, they'll have their tails up, they'll be going to the corner a lot. A few tries from the forwards, a few tries from the backs, and they'll win by about 24 points. 3 tries and a penalty. We'll call it that. They might take a kick at the start of the game to settle everyone's nerves, and then after that, I reckon they'll be pummeling down the doors. But anyway, that's my predictions, and that's the teams for the game on today. So if you wouldn't mind, leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell me if I'm right or wrong with what you think or what I think they might be doing, and yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.